Yo, Dave be wrong. I'm like, what the hell,
All
man?
right. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to another episode of Goode.
All of a sudden, we just going to start talking on the goddamn podcast. They're going to stop talking.
Go ahead and start this.
Fuck you,
I am
Jamal.
your host, Jamal Goode, and I am.
Yo, Dave be
I can't
wrong.
do it by
I'm
myself.
like, what the hell, man?
I am joined today by
All of a sudden, we
Buddy.
just going to start talking.
Buddy, how are you,
podcast.
sir?
They're going to stop talking.
Go ahead and start this.
Fuck you, Jamal.
How are you, sir?
What?
All right. Okay. Also joined today by Chris. Chris, how are you doing?
I was the first one?
Yeah, you were the first one.
Oh. I'm good. Everybody, call me Bobby. Blah, blah, blah. In the middle of my cup. So we'll see how this goes.
Chris, how are you today, sir? Welcome.
I don't believe in sobriety. That's for quitters.
And last but not least, Will. Will, how are you doing today?
Rex is happy. Rex is here to welcome everyone to Good Podcast. Rex, hope you will. Rex, fight. Fight me, bitch.
I swear, I'm the one intoxicated. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
So, a couple topics today from this past week in wrestling.
Only topic I want to talk about is the fact that
Hold on. Let's get to
my belt, the pro wrestling belt, was defended on YouTube by a guy who can't wrestle versus one of the greatest pro championship wrestlers in the world.
Where that garbage belongs on YouTube.
There we go. Like 5 minutes in.
So,
ding.
That's how we're going to start.
What I was going to talk about was the fact that Hook is a great wrestler. You guys agree?
Hook is a school shooter that hasn't been able to pick up a gun yet.
Right.
That bastard.
I think it's a little too early for that one.
You think?
Yeah, it's a little too early for that one.
Like every week now.
Oh, what? It's too soon? Too soon?
Yeah, it's too soon. A little too soon.
5'2" white boy.
Jesus, I need them.
Oh, you need them. Go down to Atlanta, all of a sudden you need white people.
Oh,
Go ahead.
nigga. So no, Sasha Banks, Naomi. All right, let's get this started.
Wrestling is the only industry that you can quit your job and everybody cheer for you.
Wait a minute.
Go down, Bobby.
Let's talk about it first. Let's tell what happened.
Okay.
Monday.
Allegedly. So allegedly before everything you say it.
Triple threat match or six-woman tag with
No, it was a six-pack challenge.
Six-pack challenge between Naomi, Sasha, Asuka,
Becky, Dewdrop, and Nikki.
Yes.
ASH.
Apparently Sasha and Naomi, more Sasha probably. Sasha and Naomi didn't want to participate in the match. Right before the show, they went up to head of talent, which is John Laurinaitis. Told him they put the belts on the table and took their bags and left. Okay.
That is one side of the story. I read another one. So that you are correct. It was a six-pack challenge. They found out. And even prior to this, prior to them becoming champions, they were told, hey, we want you guys to become champion because we want you to take the women's tag team championship, tag team division to another level. So we're like, cool. Then we get to the six-pack challenge on Monday Night Raw. And I guess when they read what the ending was going to be, allegedly, Sasha was okay with Naomi winning, but they just didn't understand why. What was the purpose of this? If we were told to be tag team champions, why are we doing all this single stuff? They went to Vince, I believe, and said, hey, what's going on? We think this isn't a good idea. And he's like, all right, go talk to the creator or the producers. They talked to him and they said, no, Vince said, I think we'll talk about it and see if we can fix it. And then one of the producers, I would love to know which producer it was, told him, stop being, as Buddy would say, stop being a brat, do your job and do what you're supposed to do. So they went back, complained again, and then they were working on the match. The producer said, stop complaining, go do your job, and I don't care what you have to say. You're going to go do your job. And they were like, hey, you know what? Forget it. We're just not going to do it. And that's when they went to Johnny Ace's office, allegedly dropped the titles, and then just left. So I guess it was more to it than what we got.
I heard one more story, and I don't believe any of it. I believe the truth is when you combine everything together.
Probably so.
There you go. It's all
the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Right. Story, buddy?
Because what I heard was it wasn't the fact that they had to wrestle each other. It was the fact that they weren't winning the belts.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that is.
That's what. So it wasn't the fact of them pinning each other, but it was going to be the same storyline of Sasha and Bayley being. If that's what Sasha wanted both of them to collect all the belts too. That's what I heard. But when they found out that both of them was going to lose,
they were going to be
single belts.
Putting over Ronda and Bianca.
Right. And it was like, why are we putting them over? We the champions and yada, yada, yada. That's what I heard. And to be honest, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I don't believe any of it because another story came out saying that in 2 months, both of their contracts are going up and they're supposed to be holding stuff up so they can get more money. So realistically, I am not going to. Sasha had done this before, so I can't give her a pass. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to. Yeah, Sasha did it before. Mm-hmm. Sasha has a habit of whenever she doesn't get her way, she drops the title whenever she wants to, and we're like, I'm not coming back. I'm gonna be gone for 6 months to a year, and then magically come back like everything is going to get forgiven. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same situation of Ali, where everybody was like, "Free Ali, free Ali, free Ali," and right after Ramadan, he came, brought his ass back, eating pork sandwiches, and coming out there like nothing happened. I am not, and that's my issue. That's my issue. When we don't know the whole story, we react and we're like, "Oh my God, WWE is horrible, horrible, horrible," and we're like, "Whoa, what's really going on?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brother Will?
So, one, did we hit the 10-minute mark before Buddy just went off like that? I don't think we hit the 10-minute mark yet.
He said the man came back from Ramadan eating a pork sandwich.
That's what I was sitting like.
For a whole year, everybody was like, "Free Ali, free Ali. This man's the devil." Yada yada yada. They gave him a little bit of cash, and he shut the fuck up. And he came back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure we hadn't hit the 10-minute mark yet, but okay.
You know what I mean? Like, but realistically, Becky, if Sasha didn't do it before, I'm all for it because I've been online on Twitter going back and forth with people all day. Accountability has nothing to do with race. When you can't get your way, you can't say somebody's racist. When they pay you hucking and jiving, but as soon as you want to say no, they're racist. No, that's not how the world works.
So I feel the truth is somewhere in the middle too, because let's be 100% fair, WWE is putting a lot of work into trying to paint them as villains. When you think of like the Ali thing, when Ali left, we heard nothing.
Nothing. That's why I think
nothing at all.
That's why I think it's a work.
Yeah, it has to be a work because think about when CM Punk did the pipe bomb. Did they come out with a statement after that? No.
Nothing.
This is all a work, and who cares about John Laurinaitis? All the crap that goes on behind the scenes that people don't, and you just automatically bring out his name, and this
randomly.
This is all, and then you have Corey Graves running his mouth, and then on
SmackDown, Michael Cole running his mouth too.
Yeah, the icing on the cake is Michael Cole. Once you have Michael Cole open his mouth,
that's when I knew it was a work. If it's not a work, I can't believe that it's not a work when Michael Cole has said nothing about nobody's doing anything. Jimmy Uso got arrested 5 times. All of a sudden, you're going to break bad. They saved your husband's job. All of a sudden, now you're going to break bad? Get out of here. I don't believe that.
Like I said, when Ali dipped out, Michael Cole ain't say a goddamn thing. He was quiet. When CM Punk walked out, Michael Cole didn't say a word. He was quiet. Yes, Jamal.
I got my Ali's confused. First, I thought y'all was talking about Muhammad. Then now y'all talking about Mustafa. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute.
Jamal, not every Ali looks the same.
This
I didn't
guy.
say they look. That's racist. I'm not gonna say that.
It's not racist prejudice.
But I'll be honest. The one person that always factors in and is always forward thinking. Just when you think you figured him out, he always
Paul Heyman.
Him and Vince. I can't trust them. They always are a step ahead, and it just sets up perfectly for a bloodline. Like Roman comes in and takes over.
And and another reason why I think this will work, this runs parallel to MJF. This runs exactly parallel with MJF doing AEW. Talk about he's not going to sign for 2 years and he wants more money and yada yada yada. So you like it doesn't add up to me.
And buddy, you don't even have to go far. Remember when CM Punk was like, "I'm not going to re-sign that unless I get the ice cream bars."
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
And no one got ice cream bars, even when he paid for them at AEW. Heard it was horrible.
Goddamn ice cream bar. How can it be horrible?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, them WWF ice cream bars were not. They were cookie. What was it?
That's
Cookie in between ice cream. Cookie with ice cream in between.
And they were not that good. Y'all people's childhoods were like, "Oh my god, it was amazing."
I mean, they sold them in stores for a little while.
Yeah, who didn't love it? It had Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan on them. Who didn't want one?
It didn't have Junkyard Dog.
That's racist.
Listen, I'm not
they brought it back for a little while with some of the current roster.
Ahmed Johnson.
I mean,
nothing.
I mean, Jamal. I mean, if you want terribly made ice cream, then by all means put Ahmed Johnson on there.
You can't get no black in that. Sorry.
Coco Beware.
So you say you want licorice flavor ice cream? I don't think I want that.
Ahmed Johnson look like this color black right here.
Again, you want licorice flavor ice cream? I don't think I want that. I don't even like licorice as is. Buddy, get your ass back in here.
Hold up. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Gotta go throw that belt in the trash.
That's terrible.
Anyway.
But I'll be honest, Vince and Paul, I'm sure they have concocted a well-organized plan to make this bigger than what it has to be.
Give me 1 second. I mean, listen.
You gotta sell tickets for SummerSlam or some of your future pay-per-views. It all makes sense.
I agree. You gotta boost the ratings up, and this is I didn't say anything while y'all were discussing it, but I'm pretty sure it's a work. I know it's a work. I know it's a work. And to me, it leads to the bloodline. It leads to Naomi joining the bloodline. What are they gonna do with Sasha? No effing clue.
Well, doesn't Heyman love her?
Is he? Is he a Sasha man?
I have no idea, but I mean,
I know William Regal was in Sasha's back. Was someone had Sasha's back?
I mean, you add Sasha to the bloodline. I mean that makes it even more credible.
Now that'd be a hell of a storyline if Sasha joins the BCC.
Like I told you on the group chat, let them release or fire Sasha Banks. She's on her world tour and she's going to steal money.
I doubt it because of this shit. Me as a promoter, I hire your ass for what? Because you ain't get your way, you gonna walk out? Nah.
But Jamal, she don't have to be a mainstay. She can be a freelancer. But here's the problem that a lot of those WWE folks are running into. You ain't gonna make that money like you did at WWE.
I don't know.
That's why Cesaro isn't re-signed. That's why Bray Wyatt or William, whatever his name is, Bray Wyatt isn't re-signed. Adam Scherr had to create his own wrestling promotion. These guys are not going to get paid like they did at WWE.
The people you just said, minus Cesaro, didn't work in the Indies. Adam Scherr, homegrown. Bray Wyatt, homegrown. All WWE. Yeah.
He was homegrown?
Yeah.
Well, I know he started in FCW.
Homegrown.
Oh.
Adam Scherr, what Chris was saying that, these wrestlers aren't going to make that WWE money when they go somewhere else. And the three people he named was Cesaro, Bray Wyatt and Adam Scherr. And Adam Scherr and Bray Wyatt were homegrown.
Yeah.
Cesaro knows that role like
that grind is.
Oh my God, why do you still have that shit?
Today
this
is a per wrestling day.
This is why we're gonna lose ratings. Just like this is why we're gonna lose ratings.
Just make sure you hashtag Pure Wrestling Champion as a hashtag.
Oh, hashtag something.
Oh,
I don't hashtag anything. I don't want people to look at my podcast. That's you. That's you.
Episode 6, I think, and 8 hashtag shit. We good. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, that the closest you might get might be Tony Khan with his WCW bank. Yeah, I mean that's it.
No, but you got to realize a lot of them don't understand that they have to make themselves money. Right now, this generation, on a whole, thinks sitting in front of a computer, hitting buttons, you can make money.
The wrestling prophet.
I can tell you right now, that shit's not true.
That comes from the wrestling prophet Jim Cornette.
Right.
Boo.
No, don't disrespect Cornette.
I can't.
He speaks the truth.
No.
Every time.
Damn him and his horse he rode in on, okay?
So I mean, you gotta look at it like this. Sasha is not gonna make wrestling money. She's gonna make everything else money. Naomi, hopefully she's not blinded by the light and started following her friend and not realizing that you from a wrestling family. You know what I mean? You swallowed all the Samoan DNA. So
that's my family, bro.
You may or may not be protected as they are, but it's more to it. That's why I'm like, somebody would have pulled her to the side like, yo, chill.
And this is why we're also solidified in our text chat. Which one is she married to, Jimmy or Jay? Which one is she married to?
The one that got the DUI. Let's call him DUI.
Well, both of them do. Both of them have had him.
I mean, they're Samoan. I mean, that's part of their.
Well, I don't have a DUI yet.
I mean, you're also a non-drinker.
Yeah. True.
You haven't been down to Georgia yet. They'll find someone on you.
But the one that she's married to, if he was, can you imagine the hell that would cause in the household where, you supposed to be riding for me? No, I won't.
No,
supposed to be peanut butter and jelly.
I don't think it's going to cause a rift in the household because you got Charlotte and Andrade.
It's different.
In different promotions.
It's different.
Did you not just see Will Smith slap Chris Rock on the Oscars?
It's different.
Well, he is Samoan. He's not black. I have to.
No. I'm saying like
that was a work.
Charlotte. Her. Like, you gotta look at Ric Flair. Ric Flair has done more coke than most coke heads out there.
I thought he was an alcoholic. I didn't know he was doing like hard.
It's the 80s. I mean, I'll toss that allegedly just in case he found this too. But like, I didn't do coke. I did crack.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised Ric Flair, as much as he talks about being with women in like real life, I'm surprised that dude ain't come down with an STD.
He's strapped up.
Whoa. Nope. Allegedly. And realistically, we don't know.
Yeah.
Because once you get herpes, that doesn't go away. It's just the cream you use.
That shit pop up. Good morning. No. All right.
But like, hopefully they didn't do career suicide because Austin said it best. He was like, when he did it, he regretted it because he never went to the same altitude that he did. And this is a stupid reason to walk out.
Well, look at Kurt Angle the same thing. Well, Kurt was high off of painkillers, but Kurt Angle the same way.
Mm-hmm. Hey, because at the end of the day, you will always be a former WWE person. You will never be a former anything else.
That is true.
That's not true.
Name a person.
Matt Cardona.
Nobody know who Cardona is.
The greatest NWA champion.
If you put a sign and said, "Do you know who Matt is, or who you know who Zach Punk Ass Ryder is?" Everybody will let you know who Punk Ass Ryder is.
Woo woo woo. Everybody knows who the
There's no such thing as Long Island. If you're not a part of Shaolin, I don't recognize you.
So why the first thing I hear when I come back is you two going back and forth again about Matt goddamn Cardona?
Because he didn't say nothing about the Hardys yet. Just wait.
Who is the greatest NWA champion?
Of all time?
Ric Flair.
Flair.
No.
And then it would be Harley Race.
Matt Cardona, then Harley Race, then Ric Flair.
You're smart.
That's what I'm looking at the list. I'm not gonna show y'all, but that's what the list said.
I kind of want to see this list because I think you're bullshitting.
I think the list is off his website. It's off Matt Cardona website.
Hey, buddy, it's one of those hashtags. It's one of those hashtags that he doesn't put on that.
Right.
It's there. You just gotta look behind the paywall.
Oh yeah, okay.
So we got a website and we just not find out about this, Jamal.
No, I have a website for my business. I don't have a website for this shit. No.
Hey.
And that just tells, hey, that calls anybody that's looking to take this podcast to another level, hit Jamal up.
Hey, look.
I don't need any reason to be sued.
Hey, buddy. Remember, he Joe Button. Our name ain't on the contract, baby.
I want to see the numbers.
Sorry. But past Monday, we have the boys.
Did anything really happen on Raw that we need to talk
I'm
about?
about to get to some good shit.
Can we fast forward to AEW Dark? Because I actually watched it.
And Finn, the true Bullet Club.
Finn, the OG leader, AJ, the second leader.
AJ was on the second leader?
Yeah.
There's no way between?
No. He took over when Finn left.
Yeah.
And then it was Kenny after that.
Allegedly.
And classic Bullet Club fashion, they kicked him out.
But we had them team up this past week, and they defeated Los Loritos, or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Los Doritos.
But at the end, Liv Morgan joined them, and they two-sweeted. It was great. I love that moment.
I mean,
Liv Morgan joined and did the thing.
Can we call it? Is she the first female member of Bullet Club?
I would say.
Despite the fact they're not technically Bullet Club, so technically no.
So should I name them something else? Because we already got the alt-right Bullet Club. We already have the Affirmative Action Bullet Club.
D&I, the Diversity and Inclusion Bullet Club.
Look at
That's straight from HR. That's straight from HR.
Look at Christopher. We here at a Good Wrestling Podcast. We represent diversity and inclusion. There's such intolerance from your speech is unfathomable. You must sit back and educate yourself, my brother, on the right words to use.
I said the Diversity and Inclusion Bullet Club.
All I know is
you practice these promos.
He's in the mirror. He's got to be ready.
I said, do you practice these promos?
If you be ready, you stay ready.
Yes and no.
I practice mine on the bottom of my cup.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of these promos are off the fly.
All I know is this. For the official record, I don't like the Bullet Club. I think it's oversaturated.
Yeah, it's old. It's done.
And I really want, if you're not a part of New Japan, just stop.
You know what it's like, buddy? It's like when Steve Mongo McMichael became a part of the Horsemen.
Listen, don't have me. He's on the deathbed, so you know he's prime for attack. He's all prime for attack. So I'm all for attacking
Arn
people.
Anderson, Mongo, and Chris.
Arn Anderson is the most overrated wrestler that's out there.
What are you talking about?
Period.
What are you
if you take him out of, see, this is my philosophy about factions. This is not have nothing to do with Raw.
You see what you're doing?
I know. See, you have corrupted. He was the good one, damn it. That's why I got to use a gun. Can't pull no damn trigger. All I'm saying is, if you have to be in a faction to get you over, then you were never over. Outside of being in the Four Horsemen, he has nothing else. Anderson's not even his name.
Think about this, buddy. To your point, outside of Ric Flair, what other horseman has ever won a world championship?
Sting.
Oh, Luger.
He was not a world champion. I mean, Sting wasn't a horseman, really.
Was for like 2 weeks.
YouTube counted.
They did. Okay.
You got Luger, but he was a ass clown.
He's a murderer, allegedly.
Not allegedly. Not allegedly at all.
Arn had individual titles.
TV, US champion, and tag team. That's all he's. That's his highest.
4-time. Well, just individual titles. He's a damn, bro. Damn. He's a 4-time television champion.
Keep going.
That's it.
Tully Blanchard, you can run down his list too.
No. If you run tag teams, he was.
I use drug usage.
He was a 1, 2.
He's probably about a 6 to 10 time.
7. What's that? 11, 12. 12. He was a WWF tag team champion. Damn.
Yeah, he was
the
Brainbusters.
12-time tag team champion.
Yeah, half of with his brother, and the others were probably with Tully.
He don't have any brothers.
Yes, he does. Ole
is not an Anderson. These guys.
None of my Andersons. The family doesn't exist.
His name is Martin Anthony Lude.
There's no. I think it's one Anderson. He's from he was from Minnesota, and that was back in the 40s. Google it. I don't know. But someone down there proved me right. Well, I don't care.
They had me fooled because I sure enough thought they were brothers.
And they're not from. Man, not family with Flair. It was like the whole thing.
Oh, they beefing right now.
Oh,
Flair and Arn.
They always beef.
Because he didn't. When his son died, he didn't call and check up on him.
I wouldn't either.
Oh my gosh.
They weren't friends. That's like Bully Ray and Devon, the quiet beef that nobody talks about. How Bully Ray destroyed Devon's wrestling career. But all of a sudden, Bully Ray is all, I'm better than him.
Well, no. Let's talk about that. Bully didn't want to wrestle in the WWE. Devon wanted to. And it was only going to be a package deal. Bully left, and they haven't spoken since.
Well, he knew that time was over.
It wasn't
going to be. It was just be. Bully wanted to be, like you said, a singles wrestler. And dude, you're what, 40, 45? You're old. It's not much you're going to get as a run. You had your run in TNA with the what was the name of that group they had?
Aces and Eights.
Yeah, that was your time.
Let's call it another one. DOD with what was Skull and Ball, the other biker gang, the other biker gang in the early 90s in WWE.
Sting was a member for a year.
Vicious was?
Yes. Actually almost 2 years.
That was how long it was, 87 to 88 or 87 to 89 because 89. It blew off in Baltimore.
89 to 90.
Yeah, it blew off it was the Starcade, whatever the pay-per-view here was when Sting won the belt. That was the blow off.
Yeah.
But I thought that's when they blew it. They turned on him and then he came back and won. Then they heard that the work was his knee. They blew out his knee.
I mean, come on, Dusty. I mean, because everything had to be the knee for the figure four to be a factor.
Lex was a member for a year. Barry Windham was 88, 89, and 90 to 91.
And now he's the current AEW champion.
Wow. I see you are really corrupt now. Sid Vicious was a member for a year. Paul Roma.
That's it. That's the start of it right there, Jamal.
We can't count Paul Roma because he was horrible.
Say no more.
He was a member of the Four Horsemen.
He was horrible.
You know what? No.
And Chris, I know you don't understand this. Will and Buddy Will. Once you're a Raven, you always a Raven. Period.
No, I'm sorry.
We're not going to talk about the guy who got caught in the orgy and his wife came out with a gun. There's a reason I ain't going to say his name.
Well, you know, what you call it was a Raven too. Rick Steiner's son.
Yeah, he was.
Rick Steiner. He was only a summer recruit.
Yeah, and sent him home because he couldn't wrestle. He couldn't play football.
There's quite a few members.
But I take my comment about Mongo McMichael. I'm sorry. Once you mentioned Paul Roman, it was it right there. It was done. So that was the start of when the Horsemen went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Dustin a member at one time too?
Who?
No. That was something else.
Dusty and
I said
Harley
Dustin.
were honorary members.
That happened in
No, Dustin's not on there. David Flair was. Michael Hayes, Butch Reed, Kendall Windham.
Butch Reed. That was no black horseman. That was the French racist group
in '89.
Butch Reed.
Butch Reed was walking down the aisle with JJ Dillon.
Butch Reed was.
I gotta look that up. Anyway, let's go back on focus because we're losing Will.
Yes. Hey, Will. How you doing?
That's because we're old. We're old, buddy. That's what he told us. We're old.
Good conversation. You could have joined in. We can talk about some groups today.
I mean, most of the Four Horsemen was kind of before I was born.
I was saying,
before I really got into wrestling.
You got the second iteration of the Four Horsemen. Everything Triple H did.
For Evolution?
Evolution, DX.
Man. No, DX was nowhere near.
How many members it have?
20.
5.
Now the question is how many had sex with China?
Oh my God.
2.
It was only one night, buddy.
Oh.
Huh? I thought it was the backdoor tour.
If I had the drum, I would.
Anyway, go on to AEW. So my issue with AEW is the way they treat now. We gonna talk about Raw? What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about.
For NXT, anything happen? Good
NXT, Will, it's all you.
So I like how we get to NXT. I'm giving the ball like. Okay.
Time out. Hold on, bring it back. Hold on, wait. I been drinking a lot of water, so I gotta go take a diabetic pill. Let me take my diabetes.
My diabetes. I'm gonna have my toes.
My DB.
My toes going away from me.
There you go. I'll be back.
Yeah,
all right, well, let's go talk about NXT.
Yeah, that's still TMI, but whatever. So NXT, we have. So yeah, they're still setting up Cameron Grimes. I guess Carmelo and Nelly Hayes. So because there was a tag team match team, Solo Uso, Cameron Grimes, Nelly and the Eastside Boys, Eastside Boy, and Grimes and Us won. Braun Breaker is going to be facing Mr. Diversity, Acceptance, and Creepy Vibes at NXT was in your house with the stipulation, which is funny because it's reminiscent of the Christian Randy Orton feud, where Christian set up a match against Orton, and if Orton got disqualified, Christian became champion. That's exactly what we're getting between Gacy and Breaker. If Breaker gets disqualified, Joe Gacy becomes champion. Indy Hartwell apparently wants a women's title match against Mandy. And Caden and Casey want tag team gold, which, let's be fair.
Her name is it still Casey? I thought they changed her name recently.
Oh, right. It's Caden and Katana. That's right. Yeah. I gotta be accurate. Anyway, like I said, Caden and Casey want tag team gold, so
I'll be honest, and not unless I'm missing something. Indy Hartwell should have been on the bus with her friend Persia Parada on the cuts because there's nothing about her that screams she's a next level talent.
Aside from actually young, Indy's only like in her early 20s.
I mean, they're trying with these people, but it's just like good. Just like, what are you showing me to keep your job?
Indy did better with the way.
Mm-hmm.
Indy was better off with the way.
She's great as an actress. Wrestling wise, still a lot of work to go.
Well, that's what W is looking for. Characters. They're not looking for wrestlers, remember?
You are right.
But still, give me something. This is like
I get what y'all saying, but this W we're talking about. They're getting their money's worth. They're getting characters. They're not remember, we've already established this. They don't really care much for wrestling skills. They care about characters.
They ain't more looking for the it factor anyway, because you can be a good wrestler and not have the it factor and be like, why are you here?
It's something I think it was Road. I think it was Road Dogg that said it too, but I can't remember what conversation that brought it up. I think it was a Sasha Naomi situation where he was talking about how because he said it on Twitter. I believe it was Road Dogg. It might be somebody else, but he said if there was money to be made in wrestling, Ring of Honor wouldn't have had to been bought out.
Yes.
Wow.
He said it.
Okay, so it was Road Dogg. Okay,
and it's true.
He was talking about that fucking belt on your shoulder. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so W's getting them. I mean, they ain't cut Indy because they're technically getting their money's worth. So,
and to be honest, brother Will, outside of
Jamal's blatant product placement, despite the fact we're not being sponsored.
who's what's her name? She's with Edge now.
Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea. Outside of Rhea, there aren't many other Australians on the roster.
Look,
she got an Australian inside of her.
When the fuck did we start caring about Australians?
Look, anyway, I love Rhea. I think Rhea's awesome. But I gotta agree with you, Chris. I gotta agree with you.
The best kept secret.
God damn it. I mean, then again, Alexa Bliss had that best kept secret and then she let it go.
I mean, hey, look at Punk record. He went through a lot of them.
You know, almost most like anyway, off topic. But yeah, so yeah, in your house, I know. As far as in your house goes, we had two big matches: Grimes and Nelly. I'm gonna call Carmelo Hayes Nelly for a while until I come up with something better. So Grimes and Nelly and Breakker and Gacy. If Breakker gets disqualified, Gacy becomes champion. And like I said, this reminds me of the Christian Randy Orton feud back in what year was this? Was it 2012? No. What year did Edge retire?
Was it 12? I want to say 12.
What year did Edge return?
He retired.
Oh yeah, that probably was around that time because he was gone for like 7 years.
Yeah, because he was gone. And let's just say 7. If anybody, just correct us down there.
Hold on, I might look it up because it's gonna bother me until I figure it out.
I just need for Carmelo Hayes, aka Nelly, as Will calls him, to stop trying to talk tough. You talk tough. You too soft spoken to be try to talk tough.
And that's my problem.
It was 2012. Yeah. So it was 2012. So yeah, it reminds me that Christian Randy Orton from 2012 is just more creepy because we have Mr. We must accept everyone and body positivity and diversity and inclusion going about now in the most creepiest way possible.
He's the new. I guess they're gonna make him the new Mick Foley.
I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah. So other than that, off the top of my head,
Another bad show.
I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they're setting Wesley up for a slow burn heel turn.
I can see that.
Because the reason I said that is because the first time you see him I see him after Carter got fired is Zion Quinn kind of talking shit to him. And the next thing you know, Wes is trying to get his mind together. Comes back this week, aggravated because Zion Quinn wasn't medically cleared to wrestle. Face off against the dude from NXT UK, whose name I can't remember for goddamn.
Nathan Fraser.
There you go. There you go. Nathan Frank. They it leads to a fucking no context. It's a Von Ragnar. I'm gonna find a name for him one of these days.
Looks like a Neanderthal.
I'm gonna find a name for him one of these days. And then next thing you know, we got fucking Wesley and Frazier walking backstage, and Wesley gets mad because Wesley gets mad because Indian Santa Claus commented about their size.
The cat that's with Waller.
You can't say nothing about anything I say for the rest of the podcast.
I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Because
Indian Santa Claus.
that's the most hilarious shit that
is not the funniest thing on the show today. Funniest
I
thing on
say
the
he can't
show.
say nothing, anything I said.
Funniest thing on the show today was that dumbass belt you just took off.
So I see Wesley turn into
That boy shit.
I can see Wesley Snipes with a slow burn heel turn because of his aggression and frustration of not being treated as a single star. Who knows? Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Did you just smash 6 wings in hot sauce through the NXT
I still
review?
got some more left.
It looked like he swallowed them all just like Kirby, but he still has some left.
I mean, he is going down to Atlanta.
Let's not go back a couple of weeks ago when you eating them steaks.
You know,
Hey, leave the steaks alone. I was sharing a steak, goddammit.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I got a 30-piece from hip hop. Share
Listen,
it with the fam.
we can go back.
I didn't go to hip hop.
No, we can go to last season when Brother Will was killing the wings at his family members'
Yeah.
house.
Look, I was at my mom's place. I was hungry because I hadn't eaten. Leave me be.
You
Jamal, you done ate like 3 meals in like 30 minutes. I ain't
ate
here.
some greens that's this big, which is not that big.
Yeah, it
And
is.
I ate
That's
like
a family portion.
so
bro.
that's salt, it's salt and salt.
I rinsed it off. Yo, what you talking about?
Anyway, let's continue.
All right. I think Brother Buddy, codename Bobby, was going to talk to us about AEW Dark. Is that where Brian Danielson hurt his
No, that was Rampage.
I don't care about none of that.
Let's talk about Dynamite first.
I only care about one match.
Samoa
Yeah,
Joe
I
versus
said
the
that.
Joker.
Huh?
Samoa Joe versus the Joker.
I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about
What?
that.
It's
I
a
don't care
classic
about that.
match.
I don't care about that.
Mondo.
Huh?
Johnny Mondo.
Y'all can
Johnny,
talk about it.
So
Y'all
he's
can talk
Johnny.
about it.
He's Johnny Elite.
Johnny Morrison.
He was Johnny Slow.
He's Johnny. Insert name of whatever company or TV show he's on.
He was Johnny Slow. He looked bad. And I'm a
He wasn't
Johnny.
that slow.
Listen.
Honestly, no. From what I'm looking at, okay, maybe me and you are looking at 2 different things. I didn't see him as that slow.
You,
I was watching the match.
I wouldn't say it was slow. It seemed like it was out of practice. It seemed like him and Joe couldn't get on the same page.
Maybe him and Joe don't have that kind of chemistry together.
well, let me say that 450 said enough. And when JR calls it out, you know you did bad.
That 450. The only problem with that 450 was Johnny was. I think he under rotated just slightly.
It wasn't under rotated. It was Joe was too far out.
Right.
No, I can't even say that because I've seen people hit 450s from that far out. I still believe Johnny under
What I
rotated.
mean, he missed them.
No, his knees hit the mat first before he hit him. That's what it was.
Right.
Well, knees hit, and then he had to reach over to get Joe. That's not a 450.
No.
Anyway,
that's a $150, and you need to take your ass back into practice.
Like a 415 or some shit like that.
No, the 420.
There we go. I see what you did. Marijuana joke. We had Buddy's favorite wrestler go against somebody's name I can't pronounce. With CM Punk as the referee.
Barry went 2.0.
Yeah.
Barry Windham has no charisma, and that's my problem. He is mayonnaise.
He's the epitome of today.
you say he is mayonnaise.
He's mayonnaise. He's bland, and you put him on stuff because you don't want a dry sandwich.
Speaking of which, I had a conversation off topic on wrestling. I had a conversation at a couple of my jobs, okay? When you guys are making a lunch meat sandwich, what do you put on your lunch meat sandwich?
Lunch meat?
Condiments.
I like horseradish and spicy mustard myself, but
I didn't know you like meat in your mouth, Jamal.
Hey, look, the shit's delicious. If you get some honey ham, shit.
Hey, y'all call me terrible.
But no,
I don't think you can get barbecue loaf outside of Baltimore.
They told me that because I put mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, and relish on my sandwich.
What?
Dude, and you understand why you have diabetes today?
Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Are you making a hot dog?
No. No, I put it on my hot dog too. I put it on my hamburger.
So you just got one style that you put on everything.
Yes,
Do you put that on your chicken too?
No.
He's like, give me the works.
Right. You put it all in there.
Give me
You treat your sandwich like Chipotle. It's horrible.
Huh?
You treat your sandwich like Chipotle. It's horrible.
What? That's just have y'all tried it? Damn, Will, you make top out on that one, Will?
No. Just give me a second.
Oh, that's the
You made them hungry.
I never tried that shit. Nope.
All I eat is a tuna sandwich if I do eat a sandwich, bro.
I can't put ketchup on it.
Can't put ketchup.
Can't put ketchup.
Stop. What? What? Why would you put ketchup on tuna?
I can put mustard.
I'm gonna tell you something, Jamal.
Why you put ketchup on a sandwich?
Don't ever cross the Mason-Dixon line asking for, as they call it up here, a hoagie. Don't do it.
I ain't doing that shit.
You might get cussed out and killed.
Jamal don't do glizzies. Nope.
What?
Jamal don't do glizzies. Nope.
So whatever. I mean, that's fine.
Anyway.
I just want to ask about it because it sounded weird.
You are weird. You are weird. And when you go down to the
So
dungeon, they tell you can't get that. That's what happens.
So depending on type of sandwich, I have one that I refuse to say online because I'm probably gonna get crucified, so I'm gonna leave that offline. But as far as a regular sandwich, I use boar's head honey mustard along with some mayonnaise. This boar's head honey mustard is very tangy and very flavorful. If you're looking to move some really good honey mustard, try boar's head honey mustard. You'll never forget it.
Yo did a whole commercial, yo. That was gangster.
Oh, that's how
the stuff I use I put this in my tuna. You know, we can't, shit we don't talk about. You know what I mean? Stuff we don't talk about, you know what I mean?
Dude,
this shit right here,
Jamal,
everything, yo.
I want you to live, bro. You got to hold off.
Or what? This
no, you gotta realize when you
put this in cereal.
Things taste weird, so you have to put the hot stuff on it.
Jamal, look, put down the hot sauce and pick up some boar's head honey mustard.
But I'm gonna ask you this: how you gonna wash that boar's head down? With some essential. There you go.
Yeah, that ain't right.
And then when you're tired, if you're not tired, you can take some elderberries. Take a nap. But
if you want to crunch with your sandwich, add some Ritz crackers to that sandwich.
There you go. Okay. But before you do that, make sure on Saturday you hit that Chick-fil-A up. Okay? Because Sunday.
And then for something to snack on, have some M&Ms.
And
these are crunchy cookies.
Sober.
Or if it's late night and you don't feel like going to Royal Farms, step it up to a Wawa.
Not you, Chris.
But when you wake up in the morning on Sunday, Chris, make sure you stop past Dunkin' and get a donut.
Is that what whores do? Huh? Now you're selling yourselves? Huh?
But you know who stepped that game up because they say, why do we keep cross-pollinating with everybody? Why don't we just do our own? And when you want something cold and you love those cookies and you love cookies and cream, get yourself the Oreo.
Make sure you wash it down though with a Gatorade.
and before you go to those stores, make sure you pick up a lint brush. Make sure you get all that cat fur and lint all off.
And before you go to sleep, make sure you brush your teeth with a toothbrush.
I'm not doing it. No, we're not doing
it. We're definitely in allergy season, so make sure you hit Kleenex.
Oh my God.
I can't breathe. Oh shit, I can't breathe.
I don't even know how to throw this one in there. This is just random shit just sitting there. Just damn.
After you eat all that shit you eat wet one.
But fellas, you know, when you want to do something nice for your lady and you know your money's not looking right, just go to Bath and Body Works and get these. They about 5 for 10. You can't go wrong.
I'm done. I can't do it. No, we're not doing it. What's next one? AEW Dynamite. They somehow they injured Bryan Daniels by walking.
And to close, we all of you internet marks, we know y'all like to play around with the computer mouse. Click your mouse.
I see what you did. But you gotta stay hydrated. Have a snapper.
I have no respect for nobody on this podcast.
Warlow took his 10 lashes this past week.
Anyone feel offended by that?
I am. I think Tony Khan is starting to get his joys out of it, and he keeps having a Jew do it. So is this like reparations for Jesus or something? That's something I don't get it.
I mean,
what happened to you? But you beat me to the punch.
I mean,
it's recycled. I mean, you did it with Jericho, and now you're doing it with Ward. Like, what is this going to be his thing that you got to get 10 lashes from MJF?
No, he ain't did it with Jericho. He did it with Cody.
Oh, it was Cody. My bad. I thought it was Jericho. I thought didn't he do it with
Jericho too? No. What did he do with Jericho?
He did something different with Jericho. He had Jericho go do different styles of matches. Cody he whipped him like he sold money for him.
What was it, the 5 stages of whatever he called it?
5 stages of Jericho, something like that. Yeah, Power Trials of Jericho, something like that.
But again,
Warlow took those lashes better than Cody did. Cody took those lashes like he was a slave back in 1700s.
He sold it. He sold it. I was like, only thing one make it better was done in February.
No, but Warlow took those lashes. Warlow took his lashes, handcuffs, and all. Like that tickle. Can I get another one?
And Bobby's like, you gotta sell it, dog. You gotta sell it. That's why they have on the dick.
If I see Jade or somebody giving somebody some lashes the week of Juneteenth,
that's one of the ultimate middle fingers.
Would be. But y'all watch it though. I
wouldn't. That would be something to talk about on Twitter. The baddies giving some.
Because Sasha be a part of the baddies and she don't got no butt.
Oh my gosh.
Where's Aaron? You name right now?
Got a little biscuit butt.
Not compared to Hogan.
Terry?
No, not that one. He used steroids. He actually believed in working out.
It says niggas here. How long is this damn tournament? This shit should be getting on. This tournament should be over.
Wait for the resurrection.
Double Nothing is like next weekend, I think.
What, the Owen Hart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over this shit.
It's as long as it took it. No, I'm not gonna do it.
You was coming. I'm like, whoa.
It's too late. It's too late.
I
was about to do it, but I had to bit my tongue. I'm not going to do it.
What else happened on?
I feel sorry for AEW. They are, as Eric Bischoff, they are dying a slow death right now.
I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say that. AEW has everything that they need to succeed except for a booker.
Dying slow death.
I'm not really dying slow death.
They have more than enough talent.
Because once he said his business plan, I cannot compare him to other companies. I can't. Like he's running the true 1099. If you free, you do your matches and you leave. We're not going to talk about no fish or feathers. Once your contract is up, if I don't like you, I'll let you go. And I respect it. He runs it like a horrible NFL team like the Jaguars.
Like father, like son?
Can't dispute that.
No, because it's like I legit genuinely want, like, they have all the pieces for me to like the show. And then it's like, huh?
They have the pieces to have a souped up indie show on television, but they have the guy who is playing the video game running the show.
like for instance, like the whole situation with the Dave Ryan walking and his whole leg fell into the to the thing. Uncle Dave really said, "Hey, this must be a work." What? What? No.
A work. A man's leg is literally wedged in between the ring and the man.
I'm trying to figure out how his leg is stuck in the first place.
It's how? It wasn't connected. They didn't connect the ring.
And my thing is, if Uncle Dave would have said the same thing about Bobby when he went through the ropes, but he went to the extreme and said, "Oh my God, they working unprofessional and this and that." So like, be genuine across the world. That's all. Be consistent. Yeah.
What did Jim Cornette say? What did the Great Prophet say?
Oh, he was all over it. He was all over it.
A flight ticket.
We all know Jim Cornette don't like AEW.
And it's like
Jim Cornette don't like nothing.
No, that's not true. Jim Cornette.
When's the last time he was a wrestler?
He's the grumpy old man that who doesn't like change. He believes in kayfabe. He believes in wrestling at its. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, Jamal. It's purest form.
You suck.
Speaking about purity of wrestling. Speaking to you about purity of wrestling, shout out AJ Belts. You're amazing. I love my belt.
Damn, I got a good Raleigh saying, but I can't because of people. I can't say what I'm going to say, but go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
The Pro Wrestling Championship was wrestled.
I ain't know you was talking about this dumb shit.
On AEW Doc.
Oh my God.
By the foundation member Woods. And that slap nuts members of the Big Black Cock Club. What's the half-breed Asian? What's his name?
Willie Uda.
And every time I see him wrestle, I realize that he can't wrestle. He can't. If you rewatch the match, Woods held his hand through the whole match. We're like, I can really break you, but you have to follow the rules of the pro wrestling. We just dropped the belt. The belt is a standard, not just a prop. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, unless it's the women's tag team titles.
I mean, no one cares about the women. I'm talking about the prestige of this belt. That's all.
The belt on your shoulder?
Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Jamal.
This belt sucks.
Oh, you just trying to talk $1 million belt now? I can't wear the belt, so we'll make man.
Like when they talk, they say the whole word like this. For this list, we'll be.
Did you pull up a Watch Mojo clip?
Huh?
Is that the Boondocks?
Yes,
that was the Boondocks from what? Yes. That was a countdown from Watch Mojo.
Why do you know about Watch Mojo?
Huh?
That's a great YouTube channel.
I don't know nothing about it. I just Google that shit.
So on Fight TV tomorrow, it's going to be a modern age of grappling, and it's going to have the members of the foundation on it. It's going to be on Fight TV. So I think y'all should check it out.
Hashtag Fight TV. Come on, Jamal, get it up. Pause.
So I guess we should go on to the SmackDown down.
Metro Boom, Howard. Propane tanks got me hella bank. Now
really?
my island's looking redder than my state.
So yes, let's go into SmackDown. We have. How do I pronounce this?
You want me to do it?
If we had notes, we can help you.
Jamal, you want me to do it? You want me to do it?
It's like when you do a class project and they're like, "Hey, I got it," and then somebody like, "Hey, maybe you should tell us what's going on."
Did we get an A? Then shut up.
You want me to do it, Jamal? I can do it.
We have new tag team champions and the Usos.
Unified tag.
Unified.
Wait, Jamal, you gotta say it properly though, man. You gotta say with emphasis. You gotta say it.
Oos. Go ahead.
No.
They're your cousins.
You
gotta say the whole entire thing with emphasis, with passion, with aggression. So,
not you clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have new, undisputed WWE Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Bloodline members, the Usos.
Y'all face is hilarious. Just looking at you, Chris, and Buddy, y'all hilarious. Y'all face.
Oh no, I'm reading an article about Nia Jax trying to go at Becky. Go at Becky.
Wait, who?
Nia Jax.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, she was mad at sandwiches.
So wow.
Had something to do with catering and her eating sandwiches allegedly, and Becky was like, "What is this?" And she's like, "I'm hungry." So anyway, allegedly that's what happened.
That's my cousin. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway,
she's not real Samoan.
Yeah,
her mother sucked one, but I don't know.
I sent y'all the bloodline the other day, so my name on it. How did they drop these belts?
How or why?
Better question is, who did they drop them to?
That too.
I got a feeling. I don't know who they're going to drop it to.
I'll be honest. WWE is really putting themselves in a big
corner. Yes.
On you're cannibalizing. I get it. What you're trying to say is that there's nobody else out there for them.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have to build up. Who's the build up?
Right.
No, can't be like that. You gonna make them look weak when they lose.
Not really. Look at AJ. AJ still looks. You can still make someone look strong when they lose.
AJ's the shit.
Okay. I mean, you could do. I mean, there's no more New Day. There's no more Hurt Business.
You could put AJ in a match with Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar look good.
I mean,
there's nobody else. I mean,
the only thing you can do is call someone from NXT.
Who?
I mean, the best example I can give is probably the Creed brothers, but even then, it's like kind of
No,
none against the Creed brothers, but actually, no, I do have one. Pretty Deadly.
What?
Those two pretty men, I can see it.
Think about it. They got the characters that W wants. They're halfway decent in the ring.
I'm sorry,
but we've seen this with the clones. Like, this is not going to be good. They don't have like SummerSlam. How would you like? I don't know how they would book it. I'm speechless.
But
I don't know.
Okay.
You still have what? Money in the Bank?
Yeah, Money in the Bank is in
and Hell in the Cell, right?
But if Money in the Bank goes the way it's supposed to go, that's not going to be defended until WrestleMania anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That was confusing and didn't make sense.
Holding on with it.
No, I'm talking about for the tag team. It's like, I don't see nobody. There's no tag team. The Alpha Academy is not good enough to do it.
WWE, at least main roster wise, doesn't have many legit tag teams. Let's be fair.
And I will say this.
Bianca's husband.
They have the ability to pull somebody out the woodworks and be like, yo, cheer for this guy. They do. But
I mean,
there's no quality face tag teams.
And the closest you have would be the Street Profits.
Right. And they're talking about making them heel.
And we're waiting for them to turn heel.
Right. I mean, when black men start drinking, we get angry.
But as far as tag teams, the only tag teams you have that's not RK Bro and Usos, that's not the New Day, that's not the Street Profits.
Viking Warriors.
Butch.
I guess the Viking Raiders.
Nope.
The Italian Mafia.
I'm mad. You're so racist. You don't realize they're Irish.
You're right. The Irish Mafia.
The FBI was the shit though.
You got the Nazis.
Damn. That shit went a little left.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
They would make the Usos heels. I mean, they would make Usos face.
Gunther and what's the guy's name?
Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah.
Yo, if you have that last name, you don't like a lot of stuff. And I'm not talking about them people because they really go after people's jobs.
I mean, they gave him the name, so.
I mean, I'm talking about me talking about him. It's
Oh yeah. Also, we had the
Renos.
We had the debut of Max Dupree, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna manage a tag team.
I like it a lot.
And he's looking for
I like it a lot.
Manly men.
I like it a lot.
So my thing is the name isn't what's bothering me. What's bothering me is the fact that, and this kind of ties to something you said, buddy. They changed names for marketing purposes, but they gave him LA Knight in the first place.
But you can't use LA Knight though.
Why not?
NFL team, NHL team.
Man, okay, never mind. I completely. I don't watch that. I don't really watch hockey, so I probably wouldn't know that.
No, that's the Knights are from Las Vegas.
LA, Las Vegas.
No, LV.
Doesn't matter. Way too close to a copyright.
Huh? Yeah.
Way too close.
The funny about Bias still kind of follows with his catchphrase, Eli Drake, LA Knight, Max Dupree.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I like his character. I like what they're trying to do, and I'm all behind it.
Like I said, the character. Like I said, the only thing that really got me was the name change. Other than that, hey, good on him.
The same person.
But what is he calling his man body business? What is it called?
Listen, I was all for it because I think
it's Max Body Business.
Because Brother Will just said the tag team that's going to be under his tutelage, and it worked perfectly.
Who is it?
What's that? Pretty Sexy? Like, what's that?
Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly.
But
I can see Pretty Deadly coming up here, and him was like.
But I'm going to tell you why they're going to get shot down. You want to know why? They're cruiserweights.
Cruiserweights.
They're small. We just gonna sit here and act like Jamal ain't dozing off right now.
I thought he was gonna be on diabetic coma. I was gonna let him go.
The hardest working man in Hollywood right now.
I'm counting his toes.
Fuck off.
I'm intoxicated, but he's going to sleep. Okay. The sober one is having the hangover.
We'll all be gone. We didn't check off. Jamal still got the YouTube running. Jamal will go viral for falling asleep on his own podcast.
What happened?
She'd be like 8 hours long.
The longest podcast ever.
All he got to do is say is he's doing it for diabetic awareness, and he'll start getting likes.
Copy that.
This is why it's important to take care of yourself.
That's how you get the money. Fuck it. What we talking about?
Mm-hmm. We talk about
Paul White confirms that he at least did one moonsault in his early career.
Why is this news?
That's a hell of a goddamn moonsault.
What, in training?
I mean, Jamal, you're right. It was a hell of a moonsault. Probably caused one of the biggest earthquakes at the time.
I believe it.
To be honest, you got to remember, most of the guys that played basketball, they were small. I mean, they were tall guys.
Yeah, they was agile too.
They weren't that like Paul. I mean, look at Taker. Taker wasn't 300 pounds. He just gained the weight.
I don't remember Taker never hit the moonsault though.
Kevin Nash was
Kevin Nash tried a moonsault and it was hilarious.
After seeing Sid Vicious break his leg, the motherfucking Giants that go up on the belt. No, sit your big ass down.
I still don't understand what Sid Vicious was trying to do.
I watched that.
Like they told him he had to do a top rope move, and instead of doing like a top rope double axe handle, he go for a top rope big boot like a dumbass.
Fucking Rick Steiner or Scott Steiner's face. I was done.
If I'm that big and you tell me I gotta go for a top rope move, I'm going for a top rope double axe handle or a top rope crossbody.
Was it top rope or was it second rope?
It was the top rope.
It was top rope.
He snapped. He went. It was like destroy, yo. Shit was like boop.
It was more like.
Hey, yo, this was horrible.
I'm not talking about it because that destroyed me another child.
The ref was even worse. He was.
Hey, yo, that was horrible.
He was just like, horrible.
And to make matters worse, to make it even worse, they didn't even throw up the X on him. That's what made it even worse.
It was before the X. It was just like, ugh.
The match must go on.
Oh, damn that.
We don't care if you're below your knee.
Legitimately injured.
Keep it going. That was nasty.
Who's a good opponent for Ronda? Like I said last week, I don't think Lacey Evans should be that person, but I also want Lacey Evans to win the belt.
We know
good
about
opponent.
Sasha.
Bailey.
Bailey is really milking the fact that she's not coming back anytime. I think Bailey is trying to hold out to a Royal Rumble.
Is it her or is it the writers?
No, she said her leg is not. According to her, she tore her ACL last summer.
Okay.
So
Takes about a year.
ACLs typically take about a year, but she has had ACL issues before. I don't know if it's on the same knee. She might have Tegan Knox knees also. So if that's the case, it may take longer than a year. I mean, we keep basing everything off of like freak athletes like Adrian Peterson. We're seeing people come back from ACLs quicker than
he's chasing around his kids. He got to be elusive.
So we can't always say that everybody's built the same. So for her, I mean, of course, we would love to see Bailey back, but it's a waiting game.
Knowing her, she's gonna wait until it's like she's not in a rush. Like, what's she in a rush for? Like,
I think Royal Rumble will be her time back.
Yeah.
She gains nothing coming back sooner than that.
At all.
But that tag team women's division, good luck, WWE, trying to find women.
I got faith in them. Because I thought WrestleMania was gonna be horrible, and they pulled something out their butt. So I got faith in them.
So, because we got a tournament for the women's tag team titles.
So
who do we have for us right now?
You got Doudrop and Nikki. You got Shayna Baszler, who I saw get worked this afternoon.
Listen. All I'm saying is, there's a reason why she jumped into wrestling. It had nothing to do with Ronda.
Let me tell y'all something. WWE women, I don't know why you fear this woman, because after I saw her get worked, and this was back in 2012, Shayna Baszler has no hands. I don't even want to see her throw a punch in WWE and somebody act like it hurt.
Listen. The way that she was, her head was. I'm like, anyway, it's not like. Yeah. I don't know. I can see.
There's only
Natalia and whoever she deems that she wants to be.
It'll be Baszler,
right?
So that's 2 tag teams right there. Who are your other ones?
They can make them up. You got Dana Brooke, and you can try to put somebody with Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke and Tamina?
Or Dana Brooke and no shit.
Dana Brooke and Aaliyah.
Right.
What about Alexa Bliss and somebody?
I can see Alexa Bliss. Who was she tag team with?
Because Alexa already had the Dana Brooke experience, and that was over.
Right.
And Lexi doesn't have Nikki.
Right. Now let's bring back Charlotte, and she just come back with somebody. She hasn't had a tag team belt yet. She did.
Charlotte was tag team champion, yeah. Her and Oscar.
Hell, fuck around, be Becky and somebody.
Tired of seeing her with belts.
I mean, they need somebody to want to push the division without being a total brat about it.
Or could they bring back the Iconics?
Oh, Shorty pregnant.
By who?
I'm out.
I thought one of them was pregnant.
No, they stepped away from wrestling. One of them was in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, Rory Wade.
My gosh. Yeah, what about that CM Punk shirt? Did you see? Oh, by the way, did y'all see what Gunner put on Twitter?
Yo, all I'm gonna say is this: I don't support half the things Gunner say, but I'm awful when he comes for CM Punk. I'm awful. Like when they go in Texas and he wearing the pro race shirts, like, listen, I don't give a fuck what you do. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh.
You good?
I'm looking for some news. I don't got nothing. None of this shit's interesting me.
I don't have my phone on me, so I can't really say anything.
This is why I say we have a Google Drive and we can keep note of this stuff.
I like my notes.
See, you Joe Button. You want to be Tyler Perry, don't you? You want to write, direct.
We
Anyone dressed in drag.
He
wants to dress in drag and do the hula?
Get out of here. You stupid. Nobody. I do a lot of shit for some change, but not that shit. Fuck that.
I thought we were going to do a bear Patreon. Somebody watch it.
Nope. It's a market for everything, but not for Jamal. Fuck out of here.
Be surprised.
Go ahead and start that OnlyFans. People can watch you eat chicken.
Slammiversary is coming up. I have to say, Impact is making an amazing push by being like everything they're doing is doing really, really good. I like everything they do on the Impact over there.
So I got something. It's small. It's a bit of small news. July 9th at Wrestling Revolver. Yeah, Revolver Cage of Horrors events. The Switchblades versus the Wolves.
How about Cage of what event?
Cage of Horrors.
Horrors?
Horrors.
Oh, I completely misunderstood. I was about to say,
get your mind straight.
You said horrors.
I said horrors, not horrors.
You said Cage of
I get it. You want to say Cage of Horrors, but that's not what I'm talking.
That's not what I said. We're going to rewind this.
No, Cage of Horrors match. The Switchblades, Mox and Sami Callihan versus the Wolves, Edwards and Richards.
What are going to be that?
That's gonna be on July 9th on Fight TV.
Hold up. Let me see. July 9th. Let me see if I can go ahead of time and book that now. Because I'm all for that one.
I thought what you call it was I could have sworn Tony Khan was blocking some
indie bookings.
Yeah, I thought
so too.
I think he's blocking some if they interfere with the show. If they kind of interfere with the show.
Moxley must got a sweet deal. Moxley can do whatever.
Moxley, like I know he's sober, but he was like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do.
He probably holds over.
Did they give an update on how badly hurt Daniel Bryan was?
No, I think he'll be fine. He'll put some tree moss on his knee and he'll be fine.
I think he said tree moss. Scoopity poop.
July, what day in July?
July 9th.
It hasn't posted yet, but I will be.
So I found I only came across because I go on this is one news site I go on a regular basis, and they had announced it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once they launch it, I'm gonna be there.
Well, I can't find the shit now, unfortunately, but it was announced.
NWA Always Ready is June 11th. It was gonna be on Fight TV also. I'll be watching that. NWA. I'll be live tweeting that event because we're bringing the belt back to traditional wrestling and not have that slime bastard name of Zack Ryder.
Billy Corgan? Oh.
Billy is one of the best bookers that no one talks about.
Look who he has as a champion. Fucking cornerstone.
There you go, Tony. If you want to learn from a guy that really understands wrestling, Tony.
Do y'all think they not giving MJF the belt because of his whole shenanigans?
No. They're not giving him the belt because he's not ready for it yet.
Hey, but I just tweeted the other thing I was talking about.
Okay, cool.
I mean, who you gonna put him against? Yeah, we all know he's great. We all know he can do it, but that storyline's not there yet.
I really think this is the politics of the all white male Bullet Club, where they're gonna recycle each other. No, but now we know CM Punk is going to win.
We don't know that though.
He's gonna win.
Why would you put the belt on him?
You
I
don't
think
know that.
MJF should have been a champion a long time ago. I think the one
we
thing
say that, but the problem is he didn't have the character he had. He didn't have the kind of build he has now.
he's had it since he was in MLW.
He was not nowhere near the way he is now.
Yes, he was.
MJF was amazing in championship wrestling in Hollywood. His feud with what's that? Fat Boy Mac.
Willie Mack.
X-Caster?
Willie Mack. Yeah, Willie Mack was amazing in championship wrestling.
Oh, Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog 2.0.
That nigga black.
But it's kind of, but his thing, this kind of boils down to like, you know, what people actually, if they put a belt on him that soon, will people actually watch? Probably not.
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes.
I don't think so. I personal opinion. I think put on that soon wasn't really going to help. Now though, oh yeah, people die.
But think about this: if they would have put it on there, at the peak of him and Jericho beef feud, it would have been amazing. But I understand what you're saying. Just go ahead, brother. Good.
Name 3 things wrong with MJF right now and why he can't be champion. You can't.
He's 24. He's 24. He's not an original elite member. Tony Khan. There you go. Gave you 3 reasons right there.
All right, give me 3 legit reasons.
Tony Khan.
I can't say one on. I will say this: he can't be controlled.
That's probably the main thing.
But
he can't be controlled.
In all honesty,
and that's one of the things why Tony can't do it.
He does not. When you think of his and all of his great mic skills, he does not produce matches that have a lot of pops in them. He is a traditional wrestler's wrestler. He is a 1980s wrestler. He's not this new millennium wrestling. He's not going to give you all the flips and all that other stuff. And that's what AEW's product is built after.
And this is going to be controversial. He is the most modern day Flair right now.
He is.
The funny about it, MJF doesn't necessarily need to pop the crowd. All he needs to do is make people hate him.
Right.
But think about it. Let's go with this past week with the whole lashes thing. Wardlow needed 10 lashes so he can move to the next spot.
Mm-hmm.
Lash number 1, fine. Lash number 2, fine. As soon as MJF starts losing his goddamn mind, crowd was popping.
Mm-hmm.
And if that wasn't because MJF was doing something special, that's because everyone realized MJF was getting frustrated.
Right.
Because Wardlow wasn't bending.
Because he sells.
But so what did MJF do? Low blow him.
But go ahead, Will.
Like he low blows him. So MJF doesn't need anything he doesn't need no high flying stunts, none of that stuff. He just needs stuff. He has stuff that will make people want to watch because the first thing people want to see is how would this man weasel his way out of getting out whatever he's trying to do.
But think of all the feuds he's had. When he first started, who was it first? Was it Darby?
No,
No, he was a face when he came in because he turned on Cody. So who was it that he first started with?
I don't remember his first feud. That's the thing.
Yeah, well,
I don't remember the first feud that wasn't Cody.
So Cody was first. Then I think it was Darby and Sting, right?
No. I think it was Jericho.
I believe he was with Jericho.
The whole point was build up to the breakup.
Right.
But he didn't feud with Darby and Sting until after his thing with Jericho broke off.
But he didn't go. He had to have somebody right after Cody.
After Cody, he went after Mox.
Yeah, because
Mox was world champion.
Yeah, and he lost. That was his chance, and he lost.
Right. Also, that's the other. What, Jamal?
Nothing.
Because that was his only loss. And
right.
Then
but the other thing was too. Let's be fair. Putting him. Okay, this is just my opinion. Putting the belt on him during the pandemic era wouldn't have really helped him at all.
Hold on. No, wait a minute. Now I gotta take a step back because I think he had Pinnacle when he went against Mox. Because went every member.
He didn't have Pinnacle when he against Mox. It was just him and Warlow.
It was just him and Warlow, man?
It was just him and Warlow. He's always had Warlow for the most part, up until now. It was just him and Warlow. Okay. Warlow was his bodyguard for a while.
Okay.
After Cody he split with Cody, Warlow was his bodyguard. He didn't have the Pinnacle. But
I guess
he didn't have the Pinnacle until the whole thing with Jericho in the Inner Circle. But that was after his world title feud with Mox.
I just don't get it. You had this guy build with some of your best big name talent for him to just not like. It's bad to the fact that he's never held a belt.
There's a lot of talent in AEW that doesn't have, that's great. They don't have belts.
There's a lot of talent in wrestling period that's never been either a world champion or has never had a belt. Now, again, like I said, this is a personal opinion of mine, but putting the belt on MJF during the pandemic era would have been a bad idea. It wouldn't have done him for. It wouldn't have really done him for his career, to be honest.
I'm gonna say it like this: they needed Kenny Beta to do it during that time period because of the whole situation with Impact. So it's not if he should have got the belt; is when the time for him to get the belt. That's my biggest thing. So you got to find the right time for him to get the belt. During the pandemic, they needed Kenny Beta to get it because because Kenny won it off of Moxley because Moxley was champion for a while. Mm-hmm. And when Moxley went to AA, that's when.
Mox was still getting drunk then.
I mean,
Moxley went to AA after he lost the title.
I mean, he's a quitter.
But point being,
he's a quitter.
Point being,
he's not. No sobriety. He's sobriety.
Buddy. Stop that for about 5 minutes. Point being, Mox was champion. Mm-hmm. MJF had a few with Mox, and that time wasn't a good time to put that on him because that was sort of around the time of the pandemic. Mox was entitled to Kenny Omega, like you said. That was around the time with the whole day with Impact. But he is right. It's not necessarily when; it's when's the right time.
So let me ask you this:
Jericho, when he was beefing with Jericho.
No, I'm going to ask you this: what have you remembered about Hangman Page's title reign outside of the 60 minutes with Bryan Danielson, which was a waste of a 60-minute match?
I wouldn't call that a waste, but okay.
Outside of him spilling his blood in every single match, what has been great about his title run?
He is vanilla. He is French. No, not even French vanilla ice cream. He is
vanilla bean.
Don't fuck with vanilla.
He's natural vanilla.
He is what is Turkey Hill? Turkey Hill. He is Turkey Hill vanilla, non-flavored, Amish made ice cream. Wow. And that's the problem with him. Is no substance.
That shit from the
you can put anything in there, it's still horrible.
And outside of Danielson, who has been his competition? Lance Hoyt.
And that's one of the problems. It's like he's holding the belt until Baylor comes back.
Like I said, the main thing about like Hangman was a storyline that was built up to have him win the championship anyway. So that's not a hint or there. Now I forgot who said it. One of Hangman's biggest issues is there's no one that because most people
haven't built it.
Huh?
You was about to say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, most people on that roster he's faced is around his body type. So someone said the best, like there's no one that gives him a believable challenge. And no, MJF does not count.
How does he not?
I would say it like this. If they don't give it to MJF, okay, let's just choose somebody else. They don't want to give it to a former WWE guy.
Well, it's going to happen at Double or Nothing. I'm telling you now, that's going to happen.
You know who I will put the belt on, and y'all gonna laugh at me? Freaking Danhausen.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly. More people watch the show. He gets more views on YouTube than AEW.
He's the AEW version of Zack Ryder.
Wow.
I see.
Yo, what
I
is
see
wrong with
he's
y'all, yo?
I think that.
Oh, that woke you up.
Danhausen's a mixture. Danhausen's a mixture of Zack Ryder as far as YouTube and Santino Marella as far as getting people to watch. So let's be fair.
So
Santino Marella is entertaining.
Would like to thank the audience for joining us this week.
If he
Tripping.
and if he could dance, he'd be all truth.
What is wrong with y'all, yo?
Or Glenn Gilbert, Disco Inferno.
Right.
Pretty sure he's better than both the Hardys. Pretty sure he's better than Sting. Pretty sure he's better than the Undertaker.
He's better than your tank top.
He's better. Danhausen's better than Zack Ryder. You arrogant fool.
That's like it never popped out.
It probably did, but that's not gonna change the fact that Matt Cardona is the best NWA champion in the world.
Buddy, you know what? I got an idea. Let's have Danhausen face Matt Cardona for the NWA World Championship.
Has Sting ever won? Oh fuck.
Yeah. So shut your mouth.
Wow.
Shut your mouth, jabroni.
That destroyed it.
Stay in your lane.
That destroyed it.
Has the Hardys ever won it? Has the Undertaker ever won it?
Really?
Oh, Sting did. No. Let's run this back. Sting didn't win that shit. Hold on. I got you.
He won in TNA.
No, he didn't. That didn't count. That was a TNA NWA championship. Along with
NWA. It's still NWA.
No. Hold
The
on.
NWA belt spawned all of wrestling's companies.
It wasn't until TNA got a TV deal before they went away from
Christian Cage was the.
I was falling asleep and y'all woke me back the fuck up. So now we're talking about this shit.
Oh, you want to restart the podcast?
No way, restart the podcast.
The Sleepy Time Podcast by my diabetic coma.
All right, let's see.
Man, that's some bullshit.
Let's see. When the title was brought back, Ken Shamrock, Ron Killings, Jeff Jarrett, AJ.
Before that.
Yeah, it was in WCW.
It was number 39. It just type in NWA Championships. It was number 39. It was
I did.
7th, 1990.
Yeah, Sting.
American Bash in Baltimore. He won it. I can't even say
that legit goes back to original, like the whole beef when the Sting was in Horseman. That's why he got the belt.
You know
and then Sting won it again in TNA at Bound for Glory.
Right.
So Jamal, next.
And don't put the Hardys in this because none of the Hardys went for the NWA World Championship.
Because they suck. So let's talk about the current champion, and Matt Cardona.
He will be facing.
He's the best right now. You can't.
No, he's not.
The great import from England, Nick Aldis, next month in a cage match and NWA Always Ready, June 11th on Fight TV.
Man, fucking.
And they named the pay-per-view after your boy Jamal.
You be happy.
Always ready.
Always ready. See, you don't even know your man's catchphrase.
That's sad.
He stopped doing woo woo woo. We had to pay for it, and you know this,
man.
Y'all hating on my man.
Tomorrow, MCW has a Breaking Point pay-per-view. It's $9.99 on Fight TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's their first time on Fight TV.
No, last month was the one that Brother Will was at.
If I just happen to say it,
I'm not crazy. Wasn't the champion and wasn't he somewhere else before he went to what's his name?
Ken Dome? Ken
Dixon.
NCW champion?
Yeah, wasn't he in somewhere else before
he's been on AEW Dark a couple times.
Yeah, he was I think he was at Impact for a while.
I thought so. He looked familiar.
Yeah. So I won't be able to do it tomorrow, but we all got to get together and go to one of their shows.
But we must rejoice that Leo Rush is back.
In Dixon, yeah.
So, again, I would like to thank you guys for joining us on another episode of
the Shamrock Cup, I really do want to do this July 23rd. Hopefully I'm in town.
Hey, guess what?
That shit's not
I think Leo Rush might even be taller than Taz.
I'm sure he's taller than Taz.
I didn't. So, I looked it up. I didn't realize Matt Hardy was an MCW World Champion.
Yeah, we was there.
Yeah, when he was broken. Man.
This was
before that.
It was in May 3rd, 2014.
Yeah, that's when we used to go to a lot of the shows.
Yeah,
We
that
stopped.
was
I stopped doing it after Bruiser passed.
Yeah. Bruiser won a champion, and last time he won a champion was 2018, and when did he pass?
Last year.
Yeah, last year.
Okay,
He was
so, he won in 2020. Never mind.
Hands down, he was one of the nicest men that we met in the arena.
Yeah, I see it. The title was vacated following his death November 16th.
Cool. It was cool as hell.
Dan McDermott.
Yeah. He died November 16th, 2020 at the battle of leukemia.
Yeah, hands down. He was, even when he was big guy, when he got small guy, he was always a good guy.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all need to start hitting up these guys.
Yeah, man.
For interviews, Jamal, Joe Budden, Tyler Perry. You want to be all up in the videos?
Yes. Yes, goddamn it. Dancing and rapping and shit. We'll be all up in the video. Every step I take. All that shit.
He don't want us to help him. It's all right. You can keep all the money. We're going to go start our own podcast.
Huh? Guest on that bitch. And I ain't going to do shit and fall asleep like I just did. Anyway. I recognize my faults. Tired of this shit. I'm the hardest working man in the world. There you go.
And he's not Jamaican.
No, I'm
Samoan.
What the fuck?
Samoan babies, they don't work.
All right, listen this up.
All right, so again, well, thank you guys for joining us in another great episode of a Good Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Jamal Goode. You can follow me at MBGF The Mills on Twitter, Jamal Forever 227 on Instagram, and that's it.
A Good Wrestling Podcast.
Podcast. Download, like, subscribe. That button right there somewhere. Hurts my heart, buddy. Thank you for joining us today on the podcast.
Codename Bobby, hashtag always ready, stay ready. And MWC Blues on Twitter. Profess members of the foundation. Unite, salute.
Chris, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. At Be More Like Him. I know a lot of people have been loving the picture that I've put out there from Snowfall. I got some other content, but that was a funny one. But you can follow me on Twitter at Be More Like Him, or you can follow me on IG at On Deck Oven and Grill. My second love outside, I won't say my love, second passion outside of wrestling is cooking. So you can see what the brother's doing there.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you all. And we all wish you good night from your reigning, defending, undisputed NXT and Ring of Honor World Champion.
All right,
you all good night. Follow me at Ray Zito for some random shit. And Twitch.tv/ZitoBlade. I'm going to get back to streaming soon.
Shout out to Aaron, who's the best theory. I want to say thank you guys. Be safe.